This last section of the chapter is about odds. In general, odds are just favorable to unfavorable, specifically the favorable outcome to the unfavorable outcome. So we're making a ratio. So, for example, what are the odds of drawing a jack from a deck of cards? Well, favorable, the thing we want to happen, there are 4 jacks in the decks. And then unfavorable, all the other cards that are not jacks, there are 48 of those. So the odds would be 4 to 48, and you could simplify that and say 1 to 12. And typically, this might be written as a ratio, so it would say 1 with a colon in the middle and 12, just like that. A couple more examples to follow. What are the odds of rolling a 1 with a 6-sided die? Well, there's, of course, 6 options there. If I want a 1, it will be 1, 2, and then there's 5 sides of the die that do not have a 1, so it would be 1 to 5. Now remember, this is different from saying what the probability is. The probability of rolling a 1 would be 1 out of 6, but this is odds. We say favorable to unfavorable, so again, so it would be 1 to the 5 unfavorable outcomes. Next, what are the odds of flipping a coin and it landing heads? So again, probability, this will just be 1 out of 2, 50% chance. But with odds, you say favorable to unfavorable, so favorable would be 1, and then unfavorable would be it landing on tails, so just 1 to 1, so equal chance. Now we're going to look specifically at converting odds into probabilities. So again, F stands for favorable outcomes and U stands for unfavorable outcomes. So the probability of an event happening is equal to the favorable out of the total events, which is pretty much just favorable plus the unfavorable. So F plus U. Okay, so if the odds of winning a tournament are 2 to 23, so 2 against 23, then the probability is just 2 divided by both the favorable and the unfavorable, so that adds up to 25. So our probability here is going to be 2 out of 25. Next, we're going to do it backwards, so this time converting probabilities into odds. So the probability of an event happening is A out of B, where B is the total number, let's write that, so B is the total number of outcomes possible, whether success or failure, or favorable or unfavorable. Then the odds of E would be A, the favorable event, to the total subtract A, which would leave us with, so that'd be the favorable event, and then to B minus A, which would leave us with the unfavorable outcomes. So an example to follow, if the probability of winning a tournament is 20%, so let's first put that into some simpler numbers. So 20% is the same as 0.2, which is the same as 20 out of 100, so just 1/5. So 20%, same thing as 1 out of 5. That's our probability, where 5 is equal to the total outcomes. So if there are 5 total outcomes, then there must be 4 unfavorable if there's 1 favorable, and we get that here as well. So we would say 1 to 5 minus 1, so we would just say 1 to 4, or we can write it as 1:4.